Ah, hey detective. Oh, hey there. What's going on, man? I didn't know that you've called me before, but I didn't know your name, but I don't know your name. I didn't know you, but I knew Lieutenant Jefferson knows you, but so what's your name? I'm Jason. Jason Reed. Brendan. Brendan Haxon. I'm working as a detective, police, because I'm a detective police, you know. I've been working here for a long time. See you again. So, Jason, I've never seen you before when I came back to see where your actions would be. So, I knew things is gonna happen. Well, I have to make a statement. But of course that we did not mentioning that we haven't finished the homicide lockdown yet, but yet again, we haven't finished it all the time, Jason. For some reason, I'm just gonna have a mentioning, but I've just mentioned that we haven't finished a lockdown just yet, so we haven't just done anything else over here. So I am basically giving you this a right optional enforce. So we have agreed to our course. So we basically give up all the time. So for some reason, it's the only ways we're doing over the afternoons office. Well, we had to tell that we have to finish the lockdown, especially as we wish. There's a lot of true situation down here, but the police department locked down, but we had our lockdown for some reason. For some of the reasons, Jason, that we do not have to exist. But this is a non-existent authorities. But although it's not changed, it's not changed recently. Over there, though, you may not seen that this is not even close yet for the whole reason. So we had to make a deal, as we wish to make another deals that all of these ones are not really detected. But I knew something that's unreal, so we ain't got much time for getting away from this. So we knew that this is very, very bad, but we cannot just make our deals. But the deal is that we've made a lot of few things exactly, but we especially forgiven our honors that we didn't make our plans to complete our case missions. So we both have got cases in our missions, but millions of people around. But we have a code. There are 90 million people who've had their disease, but they have their deaths for disease, Well, less than 10 million people who had their cases alone. Well, all of them had their cases before last year. So basically, they have their cases last few months, I wouldn't say anything, but it's not that kind of thing for originally. But literally, as I speak, we haven't got anything else from where we've started. But we both not did anything right or wrong, Jason. But I couldn't get anything else. But Jefferson gave me lots of case information. But totally, it's not alike all the time, but for some reason, Jason, it's been a whole time to see us again. But while I was looking at it, so, first things first, It's to get everything we needed, and all of itself, because the lockdown is about to finish next. It'll be gone next few weeks, but next several weeks, actually, Jason. But for some reason, Jace, you do not give any of these people of these cases, giving people all the cases. But during that time, it doesn't really have any, doesn't have any exactly what they've done. So, basically, given all the people who had their ways to suspecting, but we hadn't suspected the other people who they got. Suspecting the criminal. I know you had your job already, Jason, though. But we've just got to wait in about several weeks until the end of the week. But at this date, we knew there were loads of people in this time. So for next week, we're about to get everything we need. So yeah, so next week, only just before, as we all wish to continue our process, but something it's real bad and something's real estimated towards the end. But towards the end of the process isn't a required of our future. You know that? But the cases aren't real actually, Brandon, but I swear, but it's nothing to do without any of these people, but who's getting all of their information, sharing information, but all these are not really complicated, but you know, they're all quite complicated for the whole reason, but you know, it's complicated. All these people who don't make anything differences between all of these, you know, spreading all over the world, and I cannot just believe. Lockdowns are really being leveled. They're all been leveled because of a homicide lockdown is always leveled. But we didn't know what to do, Brandon. I couldn't get to speak as we wish. Yeah. Thinking of it. Always. After breakfast, I didn't came up in the morning. Don't get starved or thirsty. If you're thirsty or starved, you don't mind getting starved, do you? But you don't like getting starved, would you? No, not exactly. Okay. I thought so. Actually, Brendan, I have to go right now. For some reason, telling me things about finishing the lockdown. But we have to finish the lockdown too. We have to. If you're telling me about finishing the lockdown, well, that does exactly the same. That makes exactly the right idea. But for you, you got a few ideas about. But you got a few ideas to finish the lockdown for the other time. I'm always feel free to make another statement. So you know, it's been a long time to see you again, Brandon. But you know. But for me, I'm always undercover, you know. I'm undercover now. Oh, are you? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I'm always undercover because anyone who thinks I'm undercover, they're all not the same as always. And although we have to speak as we getting into our lesson, so then we are both gonna make sure that we are making the right things, but do the right thing as we wish. So I'll see you again for, you know, making phone calls, making contacts. So I gotta go, Brandon, but thanks for telling me about that for a few situations.